have Europe in the backdrop, 1 year, master's programs, and what would your answer be for an undergraduate student who's going to Europe?
Thank you, Hemali. Hemali, as you were just referring to the Open Doors report, there are over 202,000 Indian students in the US alone. And the Ministry of External Affairs states that there are over 7.5 lakh Indian students studying abroad. So with this huge number, this discussion and your question is very relevant. So for this year, students who want to go abroad, things are complicated because as we know, schools haven't decided yet whether they're going online on campus. And I would say that many of the universities abroad themselves are not prepared to go online. They just don't have the infrastructure. So Indian kids would have to evaluate the pros and cons of starting online and then moving to a campus in January. Pros are clear. You save your time. And if you're doing a 4-year program, just spending a semester online, I don't think is a bad idea. But January is not the best time again to arrive in the West. It's cold,
Right.
it's mid-year, and the adjustment is harder. So if you're doing a master's or MBA, which is 1 to 2 years duration, you don't want to spend that online because you would
Sure.
then also graduate when a time when jobs are not really good in the market. You would possibly would not get an internship. Your entire experience would be different. So for students who are looking to apply in fall 21, they've got to be more vigilant on the kind of universities that they choose. But for fall 2020 specifically, I think the students would just have to take a call on how long their program is, which country they're going to. And of course, they've also got to understand, does the university offer an automatic deferral or not? What we are
Sure.
seeing is that some universities are giving you an automatic deferral to Jan 2021. Some are saying we'll also accept you in August of 21. Others have kept quiet about it. Now, if students have to reapply, then that's a whole different ball game because we
Right.
know that admissions in 21 are harder.
Sure. I think add value to this question.
Very, very good and very valid question again, Himali. So, first, I think universities, of course, are worried about enrollment targets. They don't want to compromise on the quality of students, but at the same time, they don't want to lose out on the international student revenue. And on top of this, the universities have to deal with the changing government rules and restrictions. For example, the UK government is capping the number of domestic students that UK universities can admit. The government reasoning is that if top well-known universities accept more students than they normally would, other unknown universities would suffer. And the
Right.
last such cap, by the way, was in 2015. And another point of concern is that students are asking for refunds or reduction in
Right.
tuition fees because classes are now being held online. So, with loss of future revenue on one side and current students asking for refunds and reductions, universities are in a fix. They're now relying on grants and other endowments so that they can stay afloat. Some private universities are even considering pay cuts for employees. Now, this is where the universities are concerned. Now, for students who are looking to apply in fall 21, they've got to be extra vigilant on the kind of universities they choose. With many students deferring to next semesters, admissions for 2021 are going to be harder. I'll just give you a small example. Harvard has an overall admit rate of 4.6% and has 12.8% international students. We can assume that with so many local students as well deferring their admission, it's going to be harder for international students to get admission for August 2021. You can safely assume it's going to be a 2 to 3% chance for an international student to get into Harvard or, for that matter, any other Ivy League institute. So, which leads us to what should students do? So, I think two things we should focus on. One, be more realistic with the kind of universities that you're going to apply to for fall 2021. Look at schools where admission chances are higher. And two, work on your profile. Work harder on your academics, test scores, because these two are, in the end, the most important part of your application. See, in
Right.
the end, this pandemic has spared no one, and students are no exception. We are living in disruptive times where it's important to recalibrate ourselves for the better, for the new world order.
Thank you, Karan.
Somali out here, when you're talking about visas, the students who have come back and who are currently in India right now, who are taking their semester online, their universities have told them that when we talk about the duration of stay, even if they're enrolled with the university but taking classes online, sitting in Mumbai or Delhi or wherever, they are still considered to be full time students.
Right.
So I mean, it's a very valid point everyone's talking about, because they haven't released the details of how the work permits are going to work in terms of
Right.
how they're calculating the stay. We have to wait a couple of months till more clarity arises on that. But just
Absolutely.
if you look at what's happened now, the point is universities are being flexible. Immigration department is being flexible. Everyone understands that the situation we are in is an unprecedented crisis. And
Correct.
that's something which people are like, you know what? I'm going to make every exception in the book to get you in and to take care of you. And that's a good message to give.
It's a great message. Yes.
Again, this is again, really important, because the amount of people who are going to eventually differ, because everything that we're talking about, yes, parents call, they're concerned even about the safety. They're not sure that, okay, even if officially there's no more virus in a particular country, parents are still
Right.
skeptical. So I think we're going to see a lot of deferrals, which leads us to what are students going to focus on. So I
Sure.
would say that the key thing to remember here is that students should focus on improving their existing skills and learning new ones. So I tell students focus on the following. One, take online courses, websites like edX, Coursera, Udacity, Udemy, the list goes on and on. Students
Absolutely.
who are technically inclined can take up business skills by taking classes in finance and accounting. And students who are business inclined can take up tech skills such as Python for everybody, digital marketing, because in the end, these courses would look great on your resume and you earn certificates for them if you wish. You can also earn entire degrees online. So if you want to earn a master's degree or a diploma while you're waiting for 1 year, you can study at UCLA, UT Austin, both top schools offering online degrees. Times
Right.
have changed. Students have to get used to doing things online. If today people can have concerts online, doctors can do consultations online, and even socialize online, it's not
Right.
that hard for our students to start learning online. I would
Correct.
also tell students that take this time to learn a new language. Spanish is a great option for students who want to study in North America. And if you've ever dreamed of starting your own business, now is a fantastic time to start. Start your entrepreneurship venture, talk to entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, start refining your business idea. If you want to work, start taking internships online. I mean, Internshala posted 5,500 online jobs. So sitting at home, you can do projects with companies. And if you want to help others, you could even start volunteering with NGOs. Even that is a volunteer internship that you
Absolutely.
could possibly do. And then if you're specifically talking about preparing for next year, you can start connecting with students and alumni of your dream institutes online. It's a good time to build relationships. I tell all students in the end, read, read, read. Because if you want to do well in your standardized tests, you have to be good at English, good at reading comprehension. And the more you read, the better your vocabulary and grammar skills. And therefore, your test scores are higher, which, as we
Right.
know now, your academics and test scores are going to be critical considering that admissions are so hard. So it's a great time, Himali, to find your passion, take psychometric tests online, find out what careers are suitable for you, and then start building your profile. In the end, seize this opportunity. We're not getting this time back. Again, I've seen universities become more flexible. I've had students who've had issues with funding because think of it, Himali, the dollar, euro, pound, everything has like really, really increased. The rupee has depreciated big time. Parents are not earning money because everything is under lockdown, so businesses are hit. Your investments, if you were looking to pay from the stock market through mutual fund shares, that's taken a 30% beating. So you're hit from all sides. You're hit because dollar rate, you're hit because of your no income, and you're hit because savings are hit. So
Right.
when you convey this to your universities and tell them that, look, I want to come, but these are my genuine issues when it comes to funding because suddenly it's way more expensive. I've seen universities become more flexible, increase financial aid awards, more scholarships. Then you look at it, okay, you get a little bit more from the university, you consider taking a loan. You look at like different avenues to fund your education. But looking where we are with the pandemic, if things are looking bad and you're going to graduate soon, let's say you're doing a 1 year program somewhere and you're going to graduate next year, and you have financial issues, it's all the more reason why you should defer your admission. Because why take a chance, invest your money, take loans, put your house on to take a loan against? It's just not worth it.
Right. Right. Related to that question, in a lot of your answers, but do you still want to say something? Because I'm sure
Um,
students want some clarity.
Sure. So, Himali, a couple of things here, very briefly. One is that, yes, if you're looking at fall 2020, it's disappointing. Yes, it's very disappointing. We worked for an entire year. Students have got admissions to top schools, Harvard, Stanford, Cornell, Columbia. Wow, like everything is done. And then this happens and you can't go. But
Right.
it's really disappointing. And you have to understand from the student's perspective as well.
Right.
But at the same time, it's important to look at the side that most people, this is a one-time opportunity. They're spending a lot of money, a lot of time. So make the right decision. If it's a deferral, so be it. You're going to go eventually. So have that patience, as everyone's talking about. It's important. Now, for the next year students, to sum it up, they have to be innovative. So I would say innovate, disrupt. What's happened to us is forced disruption, right?
Mhm.
Disrupt, innovate, challenge yourself, build your profile, focus on all the things we've spoken about, and that's it. And things will work out. Just it will work out. It has to work out.
Thanks, Karan. That's being very positive.